They had power, prestige, and all the money in the world. Tiffany Trump was the daughter of a former U.S. president. Michael Boulos was a billionaire heir from a prominent Lebanese-Nigerian family. Their love story felt like a modern fairy tale. The guest list included world leaders. The venue was a mansion that exuded luxury. Everything seemed perfect, but then it all changed. Just days before the grand wedding, an unexpected twist threatened to ruin everything. Something occurred that no amount of money, influence, or planning could stop. So, what was the secret crisis that almost canceled the most talked-about wedding of the year? Let's uncover the truth. Their first meeting. The summer of 2018 in Mykonos held a certain kind of magic for Tiffany. The sky was bright. The beaches glistened beneath its gaze. Everything felt like it was right out of a storybook. It was here, amid the beautiful chaos of Lindsay Lohan's beach club, that Tiffany and Michael would have their first encounter. Cameras captured the blossoming relationship on MTV, and everyone wondered what the future held for the unexpected duo. Lindsay Lohan has always been referred to as the one who played Cupid between the couple. The meet-cute would not have happened at all if they had never appeared on the show. They might never have met each other. After the Lindsay Lohan arrangement, they decided to pursue the romantic interest further. Behind the cameras and fancy lights, they realized there was something there worth taking seriously. Lindsay was not eager to take credit for the union. She described their relationship as merely friendly. They were never so close, and whatever connections they had were recently built. Tiffany's love story is a classic tale of the right place and the right time, and it gives her fans so much hope that someday, somehow, they will meet their soulmate when they least expect it. Early life. Tiffany Trump was born as Tiffany Ariana Trump on the 13th of October 1993 at St. Mary's Medical Center in West Palm Beach, Florida. She is the fourth child born to Donald Trump and is his only daughter with Marla Maples. She was named after the famous jewelry brand Tiffany & Co. Her father had acquired the air rights to the company's property during the construction of the Trump Tower. She was the representation of luxury. Unlike her older half-siblings, who grew up in the spotlight of New York's elite circles, Tiffany was primarily raised by her mother in the beautiful scenery of California. Her education began at Viewpoint School in Calabasas. She then pursued a higher education at the University of Pennsylvania. She earned a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology with a concentration in law and society while actively participating in the Kappa Alpha Theta sorority. She portrayed goal-oriented traits and knew what she wanted for herself. She had an interest in continuing her education. She attended Georgetown University Law Center and earned her Juris Doctor, also known as a Doctor of Jurisprudence. She was preparing herself for a rigorous, fulfilling career ahead. This impressive educational foundation equips individuals with all the necessary tools to launch a successful political career. However, she has explored different paths over the years. She had a brief period in music, fashion, and in political campaigns. Today, she balances her roles as a legal professional, social media personality, and member of one of America's most prominent political families, demonstrating that her identity extends far beyond her famous surname. Life as the daughter of a president. For most of her life, Tiffany Trump existed in a carefully maintained bubble of normalcy, shielded from the intense media scrutiny that typically surrounds the Trump family name. This had to come to an end at some point. The minute her father, Donald Trump, announced his first presidential campaign, her social status became naturally elevated. The Trumps became a popular family, and Tiffany had to grapple with the new feeling of being recognized. The foundation of Tiffany's secluded upbringing can be traced to her mother, Marla Maples's deliberate choice to relocate to California following her 1999 divorce from Donald Trump. During an appearance on Today, Marla explained that she thought it was important to spend one-on-one time with Tiffany and allow her to discover who she is. Her mother also shared with People magazine that she wanted Tiffany to have the kind of upbringing she had growing up. She had never planned to go the single route, but life had taken her there. Her daddy is a good provider with education and such, but as far as time goes, it was just me. Her father wasn't able to be there with day-to-day skills as a parent. He loves his kids, there's no doubt, but everything was a bit of a negotiation, Marla shared. As a single mother, she wanted to give her child the best kind of childhood she could afford. She was not under the shadow of her famous father, nor did she get hounded whenever there was a Trump controversy. Tiffany's mother deliberately created a home where Tiffany could be a regular teenage girl with regular teenage friends and a teenage life. Tiffany supports her mother's decision to raise her, mentioning that it helped keep her anchored. During her teenage years, Tiffany excelled as a volleyball and basketball player. She also had a passion for the arts. Although she lived a life away from her father, they maintained contact and met physically during school breaks. These visits highlighted the contrast between what the Trump team saw in board meetings and press conferences and what Trump's children saw. He loved her and admired her excellent academic abilities. Tiffany was raised on the West Coast, and whenever she went on holiday to visit her father, she would travel to New York. Sources shared with media outlets that Donald Trump flew to California whenever she got awards at school. Marla also shared that she made an effort to ensure that father and daughter had a good relationship. I would bring her into New York a couple of times a year and let her go see her dad in the office and let her go have dinner with him and Melania, Marla shared. I just said it's important for her to form her own relationship with him without my input. I wanted to create some consistency where she could see him. Marla worked hard to maintain this connection, but many thought the relationship always seemed strained. Tiffany did not spend much time with her family. She also did not know much about her half-siblings, and Marla did not want to promote that kind of familial relationship. A source in 2018 once confirmed that there was indeed a strain that existed deep within and got even deeper after the inauguration. The source added, "Since the inauguration, Tiffany and her father have sometimes gone for months without speaking, and she went a very long time without seeing him. The last time she was at a family function with him. It was awkward for her and she didn't feel welcome." Tiffany, on the other hand, claims that nothing of such sort exists in real life. She shared, "We see each other as much as possible, and of course, we speak on the phone. I think regardless of distance, I don't think that dictates any relationship strains." She continued, "I have an emotional bond with him, and he was always just the funniest, most loving father. I'm so lucky to have parents who are so supportive of me and each other. That shows the respect two people have for each other." Although these were just words, the actions backed her statement. She stood by her father when he decided to run for president and rendered more support the second time. She escaped the comfort of her private existence to become one of Donald's most visible supporters during his initial presidential campaign. She appeared at countless events and delivered compelling speeches, demonstrating her commitment to his political aspirations. Her transition from protected daughter to political advocate was almost seamless. This portrays how strongly she took family loyalty. Trump also made for a very supportive father. After Tiffany's law school period, she graduated with a specialization in tech and cyber national security, as well as criminal justice reform. Her schoolmates shared that Tiffany led a rather normal life during her schooling years. She attended classes and lived in an off-campus apartment in Washington. She only brought Secret Service agents to class with her for her protection. Most of the students just ignored her, a former classmate told CNN. The only difference is that her agents always attended classes with her, but she maintained a very low profile. When she graduated, it was a cause for joy and a moment of pride for Donald and Marla. They posted nice messages on social media, congratulating her on the successful end of that phase. Donald Trump was all sweet and sugary on that day, posting this caption on a social media post of his daughter, Tiffany. "Congratulations to my daughter, Tiffany, on graduating from Georgetown Law. Great student, great school. Just what I need is a lawyer in the family. Proud of you, Tiff." To be fair, Trump does need all the lawyers who have his best interests at heart during this period of his presidency. Her father's support and acknowledgement meant the world to her. During his campaigns, she attended events organized to promote his re-election. They spent a lot of time together, and this helped her learn more about his political career. Although President Donald Trump's re-election stirred the nation in ways no one expected, Tiffany had a positive energy about everything. In a bid to douse the raging extreme emotions of Americans, she had this to say: "Working together outside of our political comfort zones will accomplish so much more." Some cynical politicians do not seem to believe in the miracle of America. Well, I do. Having hope is not weakness, and believing in miracles is a gift from God. Tiffany Trump has gradually grown accustomed to life as the daughter of a president. Although it may not have been an easy transition at first, her passions, upbringing, and academic excellence prepared her well for this position. Let's hang it there for a while. Who is Michael? Let's find out. Michael Boulos. Michael Boulos appears to have no connection to his experiences. He is a mix of influences from multiple cultural heritages. He was born in Houston, Texas. His parents were versed in trade and business as entrepreneurs. This way, they were able to create a solid business organization in Nigeria. Due to his parents' influential positions in the country, Michael's early life was marked by exposure to diverse cultures through multiple situations of cultural contact. His father, Masad, serves as the CEO of SCOA Nigeria, while his mother, Sarah, founded the Society for the Performing Arts in Nigeria. SCOA Nigeria plc is a conglomerate company in Nigeria that operates in various sectors, including automotive, equipment, trading, and construction. The company is listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, NGX, under the engineering sector and has reported significant revenue growth, with a 149.8% surge in 2024. This is summed up as 13.5 billion naira in income. The Bouloses have a Lebanese and French heritage. This creates a rich identity for the Boulos family. Their business dealings have taken them to various parts of the African continent, bringing them into close contact with unique traditions. When the family relocated to Nigeria during his youth, they established themselves in Lagos, the country's economic powerhouse, where Michael would spend his formative years attending the American International School of Lagos. This decision portrayed the Boulos family as free and trusting of the Nigerian system. They had a desire to raise their children in a competitive space, and the Nigerian school system provided just that. The family's business empire, SCOA Nigeria and Boulos Enterprises, is anchored deep within the Nigerian economy. Boulos Enterprises operates as a distribution and trading company specializing in commercial motorcycles, power bikes, tricycles, and outboard motors, serving as the sole importer and distributor of Suzuki products nationwide. Michael's journey was a steady transition from Lagos to London. There, he pursued a higher education at Regent's University London and earned a Bachelor of Arts in Global Business Management in 2018. He wanted to acquire more knowledge in business and finance. He decided to continue his academic pursuits at the City University of London. There, he earned his master's degree in project management, finance, and risk in 2019. He was committed to maintaining his parents' legacy and building an impressive entrepreneurial portfolio for himself. He took the time to acquire the necessary skills required for international business leadership, despite knowing he had a claim on his family's wealth. The proposal and glamorous wedding. On the grounds of the White House Rose Garden, many historical moments have taken place. Many grand romantic gestures, many long monologues promise eternal love. For Tiffany, her boyfriend, Michael Boulos, proposed to her with a stunning $1.2 million diamond ring. The romantic gesture, captured in photographs that Tiffany later shared on social media, marked the beginning of what promises to be a celebration of love that cuts across multiple cultures. If the subtle posts were not enough hint that the presidential princess had been taken, the huge diamond ring was a clear enough indication. The news of her engagement came during a particularly tumultuous period in American politics. When Tiffany shared the news in 2021, the Trump administration was coming to an end. Around the same time, she was completing her law degree. It has been an honor to celebrate many milestones, historic occasions, and create memories with my family here at the White House. None more special than my engagement to my amazing fiancé, Michael. Feeling blessed and excited for the next chapter, she wrote, along with a photo of her and Boulos smiling together on the White House grounds. Marla, her mother, was overjoyed to share the news of her engagement with the world. Tiffany's academic background in law and politics, combined with Michael's business expertise, made them a powerful couple in their own right. Sources close to the couple once shared their wedding plans, and it seemed they were ready to go all out for the event. They had ambitious plans and wanted to hold their wedding at multiple locations. Miami came to mind for the couple primarily because Miami has an influx of diverse cultures. The couple's vision of a dream wedding was quite adventurous. From Miami to Mykonos, they were so in love that they wanted to imprint their love not just in vows, but in cities. They were also considering hosting festivities at Mar-a-Lago, her father's exclusive Palm Beach club. Both Tiffany and Michael love grand celebrations, so when asked how they wanted the wedding to be, it was an easy question. They wanted it to be glamorous, glitzy, and eye-catching. They wanted to be the spectacle of the day. In Florida, Tiffany decided to start a new chapter in her life. This chapter would transform her from bride to mother in a matter of months. The wedding of Tiffany Trump and Michael Boulos at Mar-a-Lago Club was nothing short of magical. The lavish celebration seamlessly blended luxury with heartfelt family moments. Both families were extremely wealthy after all. She and her partner, Michael Boulos, at the time, exchanged vows just after Tropical Storm Nicole had swept through Florida. This was a sign that a higher power was at work within the union. The timing proved particularly significant, occurring just 3 days before Donald Trump was expected to announce his candidacy for the 2024 presidential election, making this personal milestone a brief respite from the political drama that had always surrounded Donald Trump and the rest of the Trump family. Tiffany transformed into a vision of bridal elegance, wearing a long-sleeved white dress made by Elie Saab. The dress carried cultural significance. It served as a nod to Michael's Lebanese heritage. As Marla explains, "It's a Lebanese-American wedding, so we were thrilled to have Elie Saab create the magic." Her blonde hair was styled in waves, and a pair of diamond earrings complemented her beautiful dress. The white veil sealed everything. Elie also made Marla's dress, and she looked just as divine. Her makeup artist also did not miss a beat. She achieved a timeless look with smoky eyes and pale pink lipstick, ensuring she would look back on these photographs with joy for decades to come. Michael Boulos looked just as good in his classic tuxedo. The appearance of everything, from the decor to the dresses, had an ethereal air to it. The ceremony itself took place under a gazebo adorned with beautiful flowers, creating an intimate sanctuary surrounded by a large group of friends and family who had gathered to witness this union. The blue flowers were chosen specifically to match the bride's dress, demonstrating the attention to detail that made every element of the celebration truly meaningful. Shortly after the couple exchanged their heartfelt "I do" promises, cocktails were delivered to guests, and the colored sunset could pass for a paid actor. One of the most touching moments of the entire celebration came when Tiffany was accompanied by her father down the aisle. Donald Trump showed intense affection to his daughter, and photographers captured him giving her several kisses on the cheek just before her wedding, revealing the tender side of a man often seen only in political contexts. These intimate family moments reminded everyone present that, beneath all the public scrutiny and political drama, this was just a father celebrating his daughter's happiness. Marla, Tiffany's mother, provided insight into the family's mindset during this special time, telling reporters, "We are focused on this sacred union and welcoming beloved friends and family, not on politics." She explained that the family chose Mar-a-Lago as the venue because this was Tiffany's childhood home and where she was brought into the world. This exposed the public to an extra layer of personal significance to an already meaningful location. Every big family has its ups and downs. Sometimes some members of the Trump family did not get along, but for the wedding, everyone respected the occasion. A social source close to the family emphasized that Tiffany has never been a people divider, noting that all of the Trumps were in attendance for this joyous family occasion. Even the wedding cake told a story of family history. The couple's cake was modeled after Donald and Marla's custom, 7-foot-tall Sylvia Weinstock wedding cake. Marla revealed that Tiffany, who was a newborn at the time of her parents' wedding, had always wanted to recreate that cake for her special day, bridging generations through this sweet tradition. The cake was magnificent. The transition from newlywed to expectant mother happened quicker than expected. Tiffany began documenting her pregnancy journey online as soon as her baby bump became visible. Everyone was excited for her. She was charting into unfamiliar territory, and she embraced the experience with open arms. Ivanka Trump, her half-sister, decided to organize an extravagant baby shower for her. The party featured decorations inspired by Beatrix Potter's beloved Peter Rabbit children's book series. Ivanka shared photos of the party with the caption, "This Sunday, I had so much fun hosting a Peter Rabbit-themed baby shower for my sweet sister Tiffany. We showered her with love and had the best time celebrating her and the baby-to-be." This beautiful journey came full circle when they welcomed their first child on the 15th of May this year. They named him Alexander Trump Boulos. He is an adorable bundle of joy. She went on Instagram to share the joyous news. She posted a black and white snapshot of the baby's tiny foot, accompanied by a heartfelt caption, "Welcome to the world, our sweet baby boy, Alexander Trump Boulos. We love you beyond words. Thank you for coming into our lives." The newborn became Donald Trump's 11th grandchild. Trump was extremely joyous about the new birth. Which grandfather wouldn't? The Trump reputation. The Trumps have an interesting reputation placed on them by the public, not because they have proven their notoriety to everyone, but because their patriarch carved out this reputation and sealed it in stone. Donald Trump's first tenure as President of the United States began on the 20th of January, 2017. He was inaugurated as the 45th president, and his tenure ended on the 20th of January, 2021. He won over Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton, and upon his election, he became the first American president without a military background or any prior public office position. He was completely new to the political system, but he possessed the confidence of seasoned politicians. He has made his fair share of mistakes, a few too blatant to ignore. He has made a couple of misleading statements and has been frequently described as immature by his staff, subordinates, and even friends. It was alleged that during his first tenure, he obtained his information by watching 8 hours of television each day, particularly Fox News programs such as Fox and Friends and Hannity. He would repeat some of the things said on these shows while giving public speeches, much to the amusement of his intelligence briefers and the rest of the country. Donald Trump allegedly expressed anger when factual analyses contradicted his public statements or beliefs. Intelligence briefers were at some point briefed by superiors not to provide Trump with information that contradicted his public statements. It was safe to say that he was different from the average president who had ruled in the past. The analysis of Trump's administration was not looking great. It claimed that he had fostered chaos as a management technique, resulting in low morale and policy confusion among his staff. Doris Kearns Goodwin, a presidential historian, believed Trump lacked several traits of an effective leader. An effective leader has humility, empathy, resilience, an openness to collaborate, the ability to acknowledge errors, and a hold over excessive emotions. In 2018, it was reported that Trump showed up to work at 11 and left at 6. The hours fluctuated, and halfway through his first tenure, he began to hold fewer meetings. It was alleged that he had a desire for unstructured free time, but labeled it as executive time. By 2019, it was published that his executive time mostly fell between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. His second tenure as the President of the United States was another deathly fight. The Liberals held arms against the Conservatives. Numerous campaign strategies were modified and implemented. Trump and Elon became close, and campaign speeches were easy opportunities to throw mean barbs at the opposition. When he won the election, the nation fell into contemplation. What did this mean for the fate of the nation? Well, within his first 100 days, he signed 140 orders. Some are still being contested in court. He began to take extremely restrictive action on immigration. He signed into law the Laken-Riley Act, signed executive orders blocking people who sought asylum from entering the U.S., reinstated the national emergency at the Mexico-U.S. border, designated drug cartels as terrorist organizations, attempted to end birthright citizenship, and initiated procedures for mass deportation. He created a task force known as the Department of Government Efficiency and appointed Elon Musk as its head. The force was responsible for cutting federal government spending, limiting bureaucracy, and overseeing mass layoffs of civil servants. The working class of the nation made complaints through social media posts and petitions, but not much can be done when you're not in a position of power. His tenure is still ongoing, and the nation may witness an unprecedented surge in the right direction. Trump might have garnered a healthy amount of enemies as president, but it is safe to say that he has been a good father to his children, to the best of his capabilities. What do you think about the Trump family? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this channel, subscribe, and share this video. Before you go, click on the video displayed on the screen.